Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's bright and early, daily discipline, mind, body, and soul. It's Wednesday. Hope you guys are grinding. Keep going forward. We're not there yet. Weekend's not here yet. Let's do some biker news. Let's talk about the new movie that's just about to come out. It may already be out, but I think it's due to hit the theaters sometime soon. It's called The Bikeriders. It's a biker movie. I am so happy that they're finally putting out a biker movie. We haven't had a biker movie, a good one, geez, in ages. I can't even remember the last time we had a motorcycle movie. What was it, Biker Boys or something? That was so awful, ugh, terrible. Of course, everybody knows Easy Rider. That's the best, most famous biker movie of all time. I thought Easy Rider was kind of a boring movie. It's not my generation, it's my parents' generation, and it really resonated with them. In fact, that movie inspired most of the baby boomers to go out and get bikes and to explore the open roads, the highway systems, and explore America. I don't know if this next movie, if this new movie, The Bikeriders, is going to do that. I don't know if this is going to be the next Easy Rider. The reason why I'm a little skeptical is because of the plot. So, if you haven't seen the trailers are great. I was very impressed, and I'm a hard guy to impress, especially with movies, especially with biker movies. Oh, I'm really skeptical. Sons of Anarchy, that TV show, dumb as fuck. You guys watched it, you loved it. I hated it. I hated it. I thought it was the dumbest. It was insufferable. I watched one episode, about 3 minutes of one episode, me and my brother, and we had to turn it off. It's the worst bullshit crap that I think I've ever seen. And I'm not even stating that strong enough. I need to sit and think about how to state that even stronger. What was it, the Mayans? Oh, God. Give me a break. That shit was so awful. I just want to sit and hit myself in the head with a hammer as I watched that. Maybe 2 hammers. That's the only way I could get through it. It's the dumbest, worst crap ever. I hated it. So I'm a hard guy to impress. I really am. This Bikeriders movie, the trailer, I was impressed. It looked great. It's about the Outlaws. We haven't heard too much about them in the movie world. The Sons of Anarchy was supposed to be what, the Hells Angels. The Mayans, obviously, is supposed to be Mongols. So I guess it's about time that the Outlaws had their thing. The movie has a star-studded cast, famous people that you've definitely heard of. The director is a big-time director. The cinematography is supposedly amazing. The trailer that I've seen, it looks pretty amazing. The reviews that I've read were mixed. So basically the plot in the movie, I'm not going to give away anything, I haven't seen it yet. I've just read reviews of it and seen the trailer a couple times. But I'm excited about it. And the movie chronicles the history of the Outlaws from the perspective of this picture book, this coffee table book that was put out many years ago. So it's not like that they went and interviewed all the former members and then wrote some movie about it. The guy who wrote the movie literally just kind of created it from a coffee table book. So it's not true. It's embellished. This isn't a documentary. Don't walk away from it thinking that, oh, well, that happened. But it is about the history of the Outlaws, and one of the truths about the movie, which is a truth of the 1% scene, is that there was a shift. We can argue about what year, when that happened, what era that happened in. But the 1%ers kind of started off as just these World War II guys. Of course, the Outlaws started before World War II, but they were largely just party animals going out on the weekends. They had jobs, they had lives. And then at some point, the next generation, my dad's generation, Vietnam War vets, those types of guys, they turned it into organized crime. And the RICO Act went against them. They all started going to prison. They all started selling meth and heroin and all that kind of stuff. My grandfather's generation, and my grandfather was absolutely part of that world. He was 1%er. My grandfather's generation, they're just going out on the weekends, drinking and having fun and whatever, partying it up. So the movie is about that, about this shift from the way it used to be to the way it is now in the 1% world, particularly, obviously, the Outlaws, because that's what the movie's about. I hope that it also talks about what I find interesting is how the biker scene went from greasers to hippies. How did the bike scene turn into a bunch of fucking hippies? These long-haired, big-bearded hippie fucks. That's what I want to know. If somebody can educate me on that. How did the hippies take over the fucking motorcycle world? That was the best part about Easy Rider, just as my opinion, was the last scene. When that redneck with the fucking thing on his throat or whatever, when he kills those stupid hippie fucks. Oh, God, I'm so sick of hippies. I laughed so hard when he killed them. You guys are horrified right now, I'm sure. Oh no, this guy's not one of us. The best part of Easy Rider was when they get murdered. Now, I hope that this movie really does inspire some people, not to go and join 1% clubs, obviously. I don't really care about that scene. That's not my scene. I'm not a club guy. I'm just a biker, and I've owned a motorcycle shop for 23 years. I hope that it inspires young people, particularly Gen Z and the younger millennials, to go out and buy motorcycles. That's it. If it inspires some people to say, hey, that looks fun. I'd like to be on two wheels and have an engine between my legs and ride around and be cool and be wild. And man, that would be so awesome. If we could inspire some of Gen Z. Now they have driver's licenses. They sit around in the house playing video games all day. Play video games of racing. Get out there on a bike and go race through town. Go run some fucking red lights or whatever you want to do. Go do some wheelies. I don't care, man. I'm not your fucking daddy. Just get on a bike. That's what I hope comes from this movie. Now, I've never had any problems with the Outlaws, and I live in Florida, and I own a motorcycle shop. We haven't done a lot of business with them, but they don't really bring their bikes to a lot of shops. My brother has had several interactions with the Outlaws, violent interactions, and he has never once, ever, never come out on the short side of the stick in those interactions. The last time that my brother had a confrontation with the Outlaws was probably 10 years ago, and it was at a local biker bar. And I don't know, I wasn't there, what the exact words were that were said, but long story short, it was two outlaws. My brother grabs one of them by the throat, slams him up against the wall with one punch, basically caves the guy's face in. My brother's a giant goon who owned his own martial arts school. He's got several, not just one, but several black belts in many different fields. He was a professional bodyguard for Mr. T, James Brown, for some tough guys. Well, James Brown's not tough, but Mr. T needed a bodyguard. That was my brother who was protecting Mr. T. He will fuck you up. So he knocked that one guy out, put him to sleep. He slides down the wall, blood all up against the wall. The guy just slides down the wall. He's out, completely out, asleep on the floor. His buddy, tough guy, thinks he's gonna protect his friend, comes up, throws a punch. My brother grabs his arm, snaps his arm, breaks it. The guy had a broken arm, and he punches him in the face, open hand slap. Doesn't even use a fist, just a slap to the temple, just a slap. Knocks the guy out, puts him to sleep with a slap. Steps over their limp bodies as they're in the doorway. These two guys are just piled up on each other, completely asleep, out cold. Steps over them, slowly gets on his bike, lights up a cigarette, and rides off. That's just one of many interactions that my brother's had with these guys. And every time, it's the same. Me, on the other hand, I get along with them great. I have no problems with them. I go to the gym the same time every day. There's two of them that work out at the gym that I go to. I give them fist bumps and shake hands with them every time I see them, just as a sign of respect. One of them, he just got out of prison 5 months ago on a murder charge. He did, 30 years on murder. He just got out. I see him up at the gym every day. I got no problems with these guys. But that's the new movie, The Bikeriders. Go check it out.